morning and happy Wednesday. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. I'm your host, Joanne, this morning with another amazing guest. I love her story because she is one that took the challenge over a year ago and then took a break and then came back to it. And a lot of us do that. And I want to be able to share her story with you because I think a lot of you can relate to her. And we can hear about all that she's doing in the online space because she's got a variety of things going on, which is pretty cool. But before I bring her on, let me share with you this. If you are brand new to watching Wake Up Legendary and want a text reminder of when we go live, all you need to do is text the letters WUL to 813-296-8553. Then you'll be opted in, and a few minutes into our live stream, Monday through Friday, you will receive a text notification that we are live and for you to come join us. And that way you never miss a live interview. But as always, you can catch the recording, as many people do, right here on Facebook, Spotify, Apple, YouTube under David Sharpe Official, all of that good stuff. But without further ado, please welcome Ashley to the show. Good morning, Ashley.
Hi, good morning.
It's so nice to have you on. Where are you joining us from?
Thanks for having me. I am actually in Oregon.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Oregon. Which part?
So I'm in Southern Oregon, closest to Ashland or Medford. Those are like the
Okay.
bigger cities. I live
Yes.
in a really small town, so
Oh, I love the Oregon coast. It's amazing.
really beautiful. It's like very vast, lots of mountains, lots of
Yes,
trees.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, definitely. Okay, so share with us. Let's go way back
Okay.
before you even found Legendary. Your first introduction to something that was on your own. What were you doing? What did you find? What did you try? And all of that stuff before you even found Legendary.
Okay. So my like first what I got into right out of high school, I went to culinary school and I did the culinary thing, baking, cooking. I was a cake maker. So I did all things food. I was a barista, a bartender, all the things. And then I realized that I didn't want to have to work in a restaurant or work in a bakery forever. I just felt like I was limited as far as how high I could go with my income. And so
Right.
then I started looking into online options, and my friend approached me about a multi-level marketing company.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone has heard of It Works, but it was the wraps.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
I got into that.
Okay.
And that was a great experience. I learned a lot from,
Mhm.
working with that company and getting into multi-level marketing. But then I quickly realized that it depended a lot on other people. And it wasn't just a job that, it didn't just dictate what I did. It was a lot had to do with what other people did. And so I felt like I was constantly working really hard, generating a lot of sales, signing up a lot of people, the whole multi-level marketing thing. And I felt like it was so hard to grow because a lot of people that I signed up, either didn't try or just had a
Mhm.
hard time. So I realized pretty quickly within a year that it wasn't something I wanted to do forever.
Right.
I ended up trying one other company, Lavelle, and that was also a great company. I really loved both of their products. I believed in the products fully, but I just realized that the style of earning and growing just I didn't resonate with that. I felt like um, it just wasn't something I could see myself doing forever. So I stopped doing that and then kind of just took a break from online stuff and then got into the influencing content creation. And I actually still do that.
Okay.
I love cooking. I love baking,
Mhm.
obviously, my background. So I actually started a lifestyle channel where I share recipes, holiday DIYs, ideas, and that's kind of what my lifestyle brand focuses on.
Mhm.
I basically go throughout the seasons and I share seasonal recipes and different ideas for people. along with motherhood and, just life as a mom. So
Yeah.
that's kind of like my brand, my personal brand. And I really do love doing that. But I did realize that with something like that, it does take time to build and to grow and to get to where I want to be as far as income. Um, Especially with the affiliate marketing aspect. A lot of the products I promote are low end products, Amazon, clothes, things that I make a couple to a few dollars off per sale,
Right.
which is great. But you also need a larger following in order to be able to make, let's say, like six figures in a year. You would need a large following to be able to generate thousands and thousands of sales. So I started looking into other options with what I could possibly do in the online space, working from home, because I had a almost 2-year-old at the time
Right.
and knew I wanted to be able to be a stay-at-home mom with him. I didn't want to have to go back to work. I definitely didn't want to have to pay to have someone else raise him. And so I actually came across an article on, it was either Google or Yahoo. I was like randomly, going to research
I know what
something
you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Yep.
and came across an article about Shannon,
Uh-huh.
who was able to leave her serving job and um, basically had her own fitness business that she was doing, came across Legendary, started doing high ticket affiliate marketing. I think she made like six figures within 6 months, maybe even less. It was enough to get my attention to like, okay, so what exactly is she doing? I knew about affiliate marketing. I didn't even know what high ticket affiliate marketing was. I
Right.
didn't know that it was even possible to promote products that you could make, four figures off of.
Yeah.
I found her on TikTok, literally like stalked her page, went through all her videos and was really intrigued by what she was talking about. Ended up clicking her link, checking out Legendary, kind of did a little research, looked into things, kind of him and hawed with whether or not I was going to sign up because I'm one of those people that loves to sign up for trainings and loves to sign up for things. And I was like, is this another thing that I'm going to sign up for and then
Right.
do the training and then not do anything with? Because I didn't want to waste my time or get like sucked into something else that um, I wasn't going to do anything with, I guess is the best way to
Right.
put it.
Right.
Um, but then I bit the bullet and I took the challenge and I was like, how did I not know these things, about online marketing and
Right.
digital marketing? And I just was so impressed by all the information that we were given for $7 in this
Mhm.
15-day course and learning about funnels and email autoresponders, which like I had heard about email autoresponders, but didn't really know what the purpose of them was. So I just was like, okay, if I got this for $7, I can only imagine what I'm going to get if I actually take the training further and purchase the
Mhm.
blueprints.
Mhm.
So I didn't have the money. I charged it on a credit card,
Okay.
purchased the blueprints, and then the rest is history. I got into it, loved it, but then ultimately ended up getting pregnant again and was feeling extremely overwhelmed. Felt like I couldn't give it my all at that moment.
Right.
So I told myself I'm going to wait. I'm going to be pregnant, have the baby, kind of get settled as a mom of two, and then get back into it once things are my new normal was
Right.
intact.
You need to figure some things out. And what's
Yes,
cool is you had it and you could always go back to it.
100%. Like, don't be afraid to take a break if something in your life is, you have something going on in your life that needs your full attention. Like,
Right.
it will be here for you to come back
Mhm.
to if you need to.
I think what I loved also when I was reading your questionnaire is you have this lifestyle brand now. You had the lifestyle brand and social media accounts and all of that online as an influencer using affiliate links, even though they're small ticket items, prior to joining the challenge. But you learned what you needed to apply to grow that further, even for that existing brand that you were already building. What were some of the things that you were able to pull and implement into those existing accounts?
So instead of just promoting the actual links to products and stories, which I still do, on
Mhm.
Instagram and in the videos I make on YouTube and my shorts and so forth. I realized, okay, so what could I use as a lead magnet to get people to want to go to the link in my bio, not just shop my outfit here or shop this holiday decor here.
Right.
Because I love making recipes, I thought, why don't I make a lead magnet that is 30 days of 30-minute meals? And what can I do for the holidays?
Mm.
Why don't I do a lead magnet that's 25 days of Christmas cookies? Why don't I do 31 days of Halloween dessert ideas? So I'm currently actually in the process of making like an ebook per se, a recipe book on Canva for the holidays. But I created a lead magnet of 30-minute meals so
Mhm.
that people could get more ideas, more easy recipes, because that's a main thing that I share are just easy dinner ideas for busy moms.
Mhm.
And so now instead of saying you can, shop this top here or whatever it is, it's like if you want more easy dinner ideas, if you want more easy meal ideas, go ahead and head to my bio, enter your email, and you'll have 30 ideas emailed to you, or you'll have 30 ideas that you can reference to use throughout the month so that you never run out of ideas of things to cook as a busy mom.
I love it. So it's such a great example that as you're doing something, like you're doing it, you're taking action, and you are open to still learn, you learn more things to add, more things to apply, more things to try, more things to continue your growth, which is so cool.
100%. I feel like, wow, how did I not think of this before? But I didn't know, and now I just feel like I'm thinking of so many other ways that I can monetize and potentially grow my lifestyle brands as well and provide more value to people.
Right.
Not just through short form content, but
Mhm.
follow up with them.
Right. You're now collecting emails where before you weren't. You're
And now it's like I not only send them the meals, but now as different holidays and different seasons approach, I just sent out an email of like my favorite summer must-haves before
Mhm.
spring. I did, spring refresh. Here are some ways to refresh your home at spring. Here are some great spring recipes to like
Mhm.
provide other value for them, other recipes, other things that have made my life easier as a mom throughout the
Mhm.
seasons. And so in those emails, I'm also using affiliate links for companies that I'm an affiliate for,
Yep.
linking products. And so generating sales, not just through social media, but,
Mhm.
sending out a ton of other things and emails that people can purchase as well.
Yeah. Oh, I love this. And now that is just growing and keeps building upon itself.
Yeah.
And that's really what it's about. I know a lot of people come here because they are seeing the ebook lead magnet. So they think I have to have an ebook. I have to have an ebook. But there's so many different lead magnets. If you really look and think outside the box of what would my audience like? What matches and flows with my content, my personality? There can be checklists, there can be recipes, there could be a 5-day challenge, there it could be an email, like something to do, a meditation every day,
Yeah.
an
A budgeting
exercise every
sheet.
morning, a piece
Yep.
of self-care every day,
Yep.
things like that. There's so many different ways that we can provide value for free. That's essentially what it is. I'm going to give you a chunk of value in some way, and in return, you're going to give me your email address. That's what you guys, everyone needs to focus on instead of like, I got to have a book, I got to have an ebook. You, they
Be
work.
different.
That's
Be different.
one thing, it's one of many.
And
It's one of many.
you can
Yeah.
experiment with different things and see what resonates with your audience. Try one thing out for a month or two and then try something else out. You can always go back to what you originally started with, but you
Yeah.
never know if you don't try other things.
Right, totally. Like James says, in-home private chef catering business. There's how to set a table, how to,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's
Yeah.
different things you can do.
That's a
Perfect
great idea.
centerpieces,
Yeah.
perfect appetizers,
I
things.
love that. I just was like, yeah,
Yeah.
holiday table settings. That would be great. Tablescapes, like
Yeah.
how to set your table for the 4th of July.
Right.
Cute summer centerpieces. Yeah, I
Mhm.
love that. I didn't. Good job,
Those
Jamie.
are great lead magnets because it's drawing in somebody that's interested in a piece of what you do. It's like it's a nice little like finger to what you're doing, and then
Yeah.
they're getting more connected with you. You're providing them value. They may be able to go and apply it right away. You
They're
want to
getting to know you a little bit
right,
better.
something that they can get a quick win in some form,
Yep. You're so
right?
right. Yep.
Yeah,
100%.
definitely, which
I
I
love that.
love. Yeah, and I hope if anything, everybody, as you're thinking about what your lead magnet is going to be, and like we call it a lead magnet in the blueprints, we call it a lead magnet in our affiliate section. And
You're
we're like, I
free.
can't find the ebook. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, it's one of the lead magnets.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It's some freebie that you're offering your audience to give them, something that makes them feel good, like they're getting something for free. Everyone likes free stuff.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. And it's not required to launch,
Mm-mm.
which is what
I
else is
didn't
important.
I didn't have when I first kind of started dabbling with Legendary last year, I didn't have any kind of lead magnet. I was figuring
Mhm.
everything out. I was just, sharing value content and um, talking to people via DMs, but I hadn't even created a lead magnet. So when I decided to get back into it, I was like, okay, I need to really like cross all my T's, dot all my I's, and try to get everything in place the best I can and go full force.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we go into the challenge. You're all in, you're learning, you're applying, and we get pregnant, like you shared, and we're overwhelmed. There's
Oh my
too
gosh.
many life changes going on,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Which I think and it's okay. What you needed to do was take a few things off your plate. So you took a pause.
I just knew I wouldn't be able to give it the effort I needed to. And then I would,
Mhm.
because I kind of tried for a few months and then I was feeling discouraged. I
Mhm.
wasn't seeing the results. My mind was in too many places, thinking about setting up the nursery, still trying to take care of my toddler, mom life, all the things. And I'm like, you know what? I should take a break. And then when I have more of mental clarity, I can go back to this and really give it my all and not I don't want to say half-assed it, but not like, you know, not
You
give my
felt like
full.
you weren't going all in and you needed to.
Yeah.
And what's cool, what I love, this is where many people never come back. They never revisit it. But you kept it as this is something I'm going to do. I just need to find the right time. I need to get through this stage of having baby number 2
Mhm.
and then I'm back in it. And
Yep.
you kept that commitment to yourself, which is so amazing. And I know it's really
Thank
hard
you.
for people to do, but you did it. How was it coming back to it? Did you find it difficult?
I was actually really excited because I feel like I'm the type of person that when I put something on the back burner and I'm like, I'm going to get back to this. I just need to wait till the right time. And I ultimately decided, let's get through the holidays because I'm a big holiday person. And so I just felt like, let's enjoy the holidays, get through it, and then I can come back to it in the new year. So I was feeling pretty anxious to get back into it. And then
Yeah.
I actually came across a girl that started around the time I did, Kelly
Hmm.
Robertson. And I
Uh-huh.
saw the success she was having, and it completely pumped me up to get back into it because I was like, see, like I knew it worked, but I was like, this is just more proof that if you stay consistent and you keep going, you will see the results eventually. You just need to not give up.
Right. So at that point, you started in new channels, new
Completely.
social, completely
Completely.
new channels because you'd been off for a year. And you're like,
Mhm.
let's just start fresh. We don't want to deal with any weird algorithm issues or someone,
Yep.
any of
Yep.
the, social media being social media.
Yeah.
Um,
We know how that is.
And this was 3 months ago. You now have over 20,000 followers.
Yeah, it's
When you
crazy.
came back, you went all in. You took everything that you learned in your education and were like blaze a going.
Yep. Yeah, I'm so stoked. I'm still in awe with
Mhm.
the success I've had with social media because I didn't have that when I first started. I I definitely did a lot of research too with the content, and I switched up the style of content that I was creating. I think
Mhm.
having the experience from my lifestyle channels, I had been creating so many reels for my
Right.
lifestyle channel that I had a lot of experience with that. And so I already felt comfortable creating videos, which I think was really helpful. And I just, in the back of my mind, was like, okay, provide value, provide value. Like,
Mhm.
I feel like if people focus on how can I help people and how can I provide value in the things that I'm sharing
Mhm.
over like what's going to get me the most likes, what's going to go viral, um, you're going to go a long way with that because people can see that.
Yeah, definitely. And guys, for anyone tuning in late, she shares how she is in multiple niches. She does have multiple social media channels. This is the one we are sharing today. We're not sharing all the other ones just because we don't want to mess with her algorithm so much because you may not be exactly her ideal audience for those other channels. But what's cool is she's been taking what she's learning and applying it across a variety of niches, a variety of offers. She talks about one of her lead magnets in her other lifestyle channel is, recipes and is very seasonal with her type of content and changes it up. And it's very cool. So if you came in late, because I'm seeing some comments like, what is she promoting? Go watch from the beginning and you can hear more about all of those details, how she's really building all of that. So we're not sharing those channels. We're just sharing this one that's on the screen with her IG account. But
Maybe eventually.
yeah,
Maybe eventually. I
yeah,
just,
it's awesome.
yeah.
So with this new channel specifically, what did you do to start? What was week 1 and week 2 to just start building content? Because you got to build a connection. We got to build a following, a community. What were the first things you did and plan?
So I did research for what kind of content was working. I started looking into the people that were having a lot of success right now with Legendary and basically like scrolled through all their videos to see what videos were doing the best. I took note of those videos. I started a little notes in my phone and then also on a piece of paper because I kind of like to have the physical. I love to write things, actually write things down. So I kind of had one note in my phone, one that I could reference on paper, started writing down content ideas, hashtags they were using. I started researching those hashtags to see how large they were. And I tried to focus on smaller hashtags just
Right.
because if I want to show up in the hashtag search, I can't be using a hashtag that has 5 million uses because unless my video goes viral, it's not going to be up at the top. So I researched, found hashtags that were similar to those, but smaller. And then I just started creating content and I created, I think, 15, 20 videos
Mm-hmm.
within a couple days and wrote out the captions, tried to use call to actions in my captions, get
Mm-hmm.
creative with that. Experiment with different hashtags, different amounts of hashtags, just all the social media things,
Right.
different video lengths, some longer form videos, some just voiceovers and
Mm-hmm.
short, 5 to 7 second videos. I started doing a lot more B-roll videos, which I like had never done before on my previous channel.
Right.
Those are really good. And I feel like for anyone that has a hard time keeping up with creating content. Maybe you work a full-time job or you're a mom and you're just like,
Right.
it's overwhelming. It can be really overwhelming trying to keep up with creating content.
Mm-hmm.
But B-roll videos are a great way to get a ton of content out in a short time because you could literally just film parts of your day and then provide
Right.
value on
Right.
screen.
Right. Definitely. So what I hope everyone is really grasping, don't get trapped in the weeds here. She didn't pick one video format and stick with that for 90 days and hope it just worked. Ashley tested daily. She tested different lengths of video. She different types of filming angles, whether it was speaking. She had probably the same piece of value, and one was speaking, and one was text on screen, and one was just, just varying ways of sharing the same piece of value, different lengths, all of that good stuff. And then started watching, what is my audience responding to? And then would adjust content as she went. And then all at the same time, she was testing keywords and hashtags and a variety of hashtags. And hashtags are, there's a lot out there. Everybody has hashtags. It's basically what can you put in your content that someone is going to be searching on Instagram for? What are they going to be searching? What are the keywords they're going to be searching? And really find that audience and be creative with that search too. Don't just search about like, oh, if I'm in the make money online niche or make money online. A lot of people aren't actually searching that. You need to find your dad audience, your mom audience. What are they searching? What else are they looking at? Use those hashtags, play around, see and experiment and test them all out. Would you?
That's a good point. I don't think I ever really use hashtags that are like make money online or I do a lot of like how-tos because people are searching how to do this or ways to make money online. So think like, what would you type in Google to research and then look into those hashtags? Even if there's just 1,000 uses, if you start using that all the time, you're going to show up in the top of that search, which is going to be really beneficial when, those, even if it's just 5,000 people that are searching that hashtag, 5,000 people is a lot of people to bring to your channel, to bring to your account.
Right. Yeah, definitely. And not always going for those big, huge hashtags that has, 2 million uses already. You are never going to pop up in the first screen of when somebody searches that tag. You just won't, because you're too small of an account, right? If you're just starting out.
Yep. You're right.
Yeah. So oh man, you are dropping so much gold, and I hope people are really thinking about, we had mastermind this last weekend, which was amazing. And it just always reminds me, sometimes we're stuck in this employee mindset and we don't even realize it. And what I mean by that is we're waiting for somebody to tell us exactly what to do, like a checklist. And when you're an entrepreneur, there's no, you got to make your own checklists, right?
And you can't be afraid to pivot.
We're going to teach you skills, but it's not day 1, this, day 2, you have to do this. Day 3, you have to make this exact piece of content. Day 4, you have to make this exact piece of content, or you're going to get fired. That's not how it works. You've got to go in and be open to test things and try a variety of different formats. For some of the students and members of our community, specific pieces of content blew them up and absolutely bombed for someone else.
That is a good point.
So you've got to try it all and see what is connecting with your followers. The people that are connecting with you are going to automatically like a specific type of content, and you won't know it until you try it. And that means always trying something new within your content creation, right? You use B-roll, different types of B-roll, different angles of your B-roll. B-roll is, you see, and Walcott folding laundry, right?
Yeah.
Or playing with your kids in the background. If you're going after moms and parenting, right? Or it depends on what your niche is and the audience you're looking and going after. You make just clips of audio, and then you have text overlay on screen of your value or a little nugget. Your hook is there, and then your value can be in the captions below where they're reading it, and that B-roll and that video is just going over and over and over and over and over, increasing your views as they're reading,
Yep.
right? There's a lot of different things
A lot of
you look at.
techniques.
A lot of techniques. Yes, definitely.
Instead of waiting to do your call to action at the end, have your call to action in the beginning.
Right.
Because a lot of people don't watch till the end.
Yeah. You can do a hook and you can say, if you are interested, like and follow for more, or let me know your tip at the end in the comments. Here's mine, and then go into the value.
Yep.
There's so many different call to actions than just click link in bio.
They're actually saying that is becoming less and less efficient.
It's not efficient at all. Nobody on no platform wants their viewers, their users, to leave platform. So if you have every video, click link in bio, that is encouraging someone to leave Instagram. That's encouraging someone to leave TikTok. They want to see the engagement within. So remember, we're using them. We're renting space for free. Most of us are not doing paid ads. We're not giving TikTok or Instagram money for this space that we're using. So we've got to play the game a little bit. We've got to show that we want their users to stay in platform, and we're going to engage with them. Instagram, we're going to use stories, and we're going to use all the different add-on features like polls and different gifts and all of that in our store.
Get them into your DMs, start a conversation, get to know them.
Yeah, definitely.
Start, find out why exactly they're wanting to get into this. What's their story? What are they currently doing? My goal is to really get to know the people that are interested in what I'm promoting and start a conversation and build over time. It's great when people sign up right away, but I love that I've been able to get to know a lot of the people that follow me and their why, and kind of nurture them with, guiding them to do different things, content ideas. And I feel like a lot of times that creates the best outcome, because you get people that are fully invested in you and fully invested into wanting to do what you're doing because they've gotten to know you a little bit. Yeah,
definitely. I know you had a TikTok that grew quite well, and then the TikTok, typical TikTok fashion, and we lost our account last week.
I will not understand it. Why some videos
here's the issue with TikTok, removed. And this is completely my opinion. How about that? I'll put that out there. Without a doubt, TikTok grew massively. We talked about this at Mastermind too. And they rely on self-reporting, users reporting. So if anybody promoting another offer is going to go, oh, this is somebody that's competing with me. Report. And now your account.
Is that really what people are doing?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so sad.
Well, remember, it's not a TikTok official taking your account down. It's because of the reports of other users. So that's why, Tim Hewitt, I know I saw him on here earlier, is always in our groups, appeal to finally get somebody on TikTok to look at your account. And
good
that's usually and just keep appealing, and usually you will get it back, but it comes from users reporting content. And it may just be I just don't want to see this topic anymore. Instead of just scrolling and looking for other things and changing the algorithm, they're doing it that way. And they just have people on the TikTok side to actually look at accounts and videos, because there's too many freaking users on the account. They grew too fast. And Dave even said that this weekend, and I was like, oh, that's a great point.
That is, because there have been a lot of videos that I appealed that were reinstated. So I probably should appeal my account. I haven't done that yet. So I should probably figure out how to do that and do that.
Yeah, definitely go appeal it and try and get it back. But that's part of the TikTok culture that we all have to accept. And remember, we don't own these social media accounts. That's why having landing pages and pulling and grabbing emails is so important. So, because that's the list you own.
Yep, that's so true.
Yeah.
I've heard that forever from so many, and all niches, don't rely on just social media, because what if something happens to them? What if
Yeah.
they get banned? What if all of a sudden they go away, and then you're relying on these people that follow you on this platform that have
Mhm.
no way to get a hold of you, or you have no way to get a hold of them.
Yeah.
You
They
lose it.
might have loved all of your content, but now you never grab their email. So you have
Yep.
no way to tell them, hey, I'm now over here on XYZ's brand new social media platform that
Yep.
everyone's hopping on.
Yep.
Hop on with me. Be one of my first followers on the new account, you know?
That's a good point.
Because we got to remember we're only renting space. We don't own these pieces of real estate online when it comes to social media. And if we release the ownership factor, it gets a lot easier. It doesn't sting as much when we lose those accounts.
Mm-hmm.
And it really doesn't sting a lot if we have that email list building and growing and working. Because then we can communicate with our raving fans, those
Yep.
excited to continue to connect with us, and make sure they can always find us wherever we go.
Yep.
Because if we look at the last 5 years, look how much social media has changed even in the last few years.
I know.
So what's coming up?
Yeah.
We got to be ready for what's coming up and
Yeah.
what we're going to shift and pivot to, not just in our content, but what new platforms will be out.
Yeah.
You know?
What are they going to want us to focus on? Like, there was so much resistance
Mhm.
with short form content when TikTok came out. And so many people on Instagram didn't want to do it. And ultimately, you either didn't do it and you were hit hard on your page and your content was hit with engagement going down, or you pivoted and you
Mhm.
started creating short form content. It's just, it's unfortunate, but we have to go with what they want us to do. Because like you said, we're not paying to be there. We have to earn our stay, basically.
Right. Right. And you earn that by showing engagement,
Mm-hmm.
showing that you're using the platform, that you are keeping viewers on platform for a period of time, that you're adding to the positive experience that they're getting.
Yep. You're right.
And that's why we can't just be selling all the time. You know, I saw someone yesterday in the comments saying, I don't want to feel like I'm selling. You shouldn't. It's going to feel scammy.
Yeah. Yeah. You should be
Right?
trying to connect and like evoke
Mhm.
emotion. How are people going to be able to relate to you in your situation? Yeah, you're right. It's not, when you just try and sell, it's very obvious that you're just trying to get people to buy something. And people want to buy because of the solution that this product is going to offer.
Mhm.
They're not buying for the product. They're buying the solution to the issue that they're experiencing.
Yeah, definitely. And so it's making content around desires, around pain points,
Mm-hmm.
and connecting in the small moments of the day
Yeah.
for that your audience experiences, and just going, oh my gosh, Ashley knows exactly what I'm going through right now. She knows exactly how I felt with my toddlers this morning because you
Yeah.
made a piece of content about it, and they can laugh and maybe share it with their friends. That's great content. That's
Yeah.
engaging.
You're so right.
Yeah. And so then they follow more. And then that's when you can start talking about the other things, but you still can't do it all the time, you know? And even in our live calls, our support calls that we have for Blueprints members, and we're looking at content, it's like really go back and look at all of your pieces. Are you in every one? Are you asking for a sale
Mm-hmm.
in every piece of content? And if you are, we've got to change something. We
Yeah.
got to get out of that box.
Yep.
We got to go deeper into what your audience is going to connect with, and that's the content you need to be creating right now.
Mm-hmm.
And release the sale almost.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know it's hard because we want to sell right away. We want to make all the sales happen, but they won't happen unless we release it.
Yep. It's very true.
Yeah.
Very true. I've been trying to experiment with, instead of go to the link in my bio, my call to action is, if you're looking for more ways to make money online or looking for more ways to work from home, go check out my other videos. Make sure to hit that follow button and check out all the other videos I share,
Oh, I love
you
that.
know, and then getting people to go to my page and like scroll through my videos, because
Uh-huh.
then, you know, either I'm going to hook someone in, they're going to like my content, or they're going to be like, no, she's not for me. And that's good. And
Right.
then hopefully those people don't follow me. I think there's this misconception that you want everyone to follow you too, and you really don't. You want
Right.
your ideal audience to follow you. You don't want someone that is just following you from one video that you do about Netflix. And using an example for me, I've gotten a lot of followers from people that found me from a couple of videos that I had that have done really well. And it's been good, but also not good. Like, if I'm being honest, I feel like when I grew really fast, I saw a hit in my engagement because I felt like a lot of these people were following me because of this Netflix job or Amazon and engaged in that video, but then haven't engaged in a lot of other videos. So I feel like for those of you that are like, I just want a viral video, I just want a viral video, it's not all about the viral video. You know, that it's not always going to do you as much good as it could potentially do some harm to your engagement as well.
Right. You're getting kind of lukewarm people that just like that one video, but not everything. I love the call to action advice that you gave. Go watch if you like this, check out my other videos. Because you know what? If you really look at your own user experience within platform, anytime you've clicked a link is not necessarily when someone told you to in a video. You watched a few videos, you went through, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, like, oh, I like this video. What else has this person got to say? Oh, I like part 3 showed up on my For You page. Where's part 2 and part 1? And then all of a sudden you're looking at their account and you just go and click it on your own because you're now interested in this person and what they have to say. So you want to see what's in their link. You didn't have to tell me it.
Those are the best customers. The
enough of your content to be curious to click on my own, and through your variety of call to actions that you had within your videos.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's a huge tip. Huge tip. Somebody talked about, what if you aren't doing side hustle videos? Side hustle videos are not required, guys. If they don't feel good to you, don't do them because it's not going to come across well. Plus, if you're brand new, that your followers may already be seeing side hustle videos from a whole lot of other people if the algorithm has them sucked into that. And now you're competing with someone that already has that bigger following and is doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, definitely test it. I'm not saying don't do it. They've worked well for some people. They don't work well for others. It's one piece of content. It shouldn't be all of your content.
Yep, you're right.
I hope that everyone really pulls that from this conversation today, how important it is to test new things, new types of content, new pieces of value, and find what feels good for you, because then you're going to come across authentic. You're going to come across with energy, with excitement. And you're going to draw in other people that really connect with your energy, your excitement, and you're not trying to be somebody else.
And you're showing I think nurturing content is one of the best things that anyone can do, because no one is you. You are unique, and no one else can be you. No one else has the same story as you. So if you're trying to figure out one thing to focus on, as hard as it is in the beginning when you haven't made sales and you haven't made money, focus on nurturing content that tells people why you got into this in the first place. You know, I'm just starting out, but I know that with consistency, I'm going to be able to eventually get to a point where I'm working a couple hours a day, making X amount of money, and I'm able to be home with my babies. You know, I want to be a stay-at-home mom, and by doing this, I'm able to be a stay-at-home mom. You know, I either was going to have to go back and have someone else watch my kids, or decide to test out the waters with something else. Or I work a full-time job, and I'm trying to get something else in the works that I can eventually leave this job that I'm not huge on. You know, tell your story. People love storytelling because the people that resonate with you, those are the people you want in your corner. And that's how those people are going to find you. If people don't know about you, you're not going to find your people.
Yeah.
You know, you have to.
Such a good So many tips today, guys. So many tips. And I know we have people that have been in our community for a while that are watching right now. We have people that just purchased the challenge yesterday, some that are still thinking about purchasing the challenge and what's this all about. And man, there are so many just gold bars and nuggets of
Yay.
building a channel and creating content and testing and thinking outside the box in this interview. And man, you shared a ton, Ashley. Thank you so much.
Yay. Thank you so much for having me. Sorry, I lost my voice. I'm fighting something right now. So sorry about my raspy voice today.
You
Hopefully.
sound amazing. You sound amazing. Let me leave you with the last word. What is your one last tip for anyone in the challenge trying to decide if this is for me? Do I want to start an online business for myself? What's your piece of advice for them?
If you don't try, you'll never know.
Hmm.
You can research all the research. You can look at 50 people's different pages. Just in order to figure out if something's right for us, and that goes with anything in life, you have to test it out. Doesn't mean you have to do it forever. It doesn't mean you have to, per se, purchase the blueprints right away. If you have more time and you want to do research on your own, it is possible. It will take more time. I got to stress that. Like, if you're wanting to get up and get going quickly, the blueprints is going to be the fastest way to do that because everything is outlined for you.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no one saying you have to do it which way, this way or that way, but you're never going to know if you don't try.
Yeah, totally. I love that.
You're not going to figure out, if it works for you, if it's something that you're interested in. You can't know if you're interested if you've never done it.
Yeah, totally. I agree.
That'd be like me saying I'm not interested in playing the piano, but I've never tried to play the piano. I don't.
Yeah, exactly. Try it. Go out and try it.
Or anything, I don't like to cook, but I've never actually tried to cook.
Right. Yep. And that goes along with right into the types of content of I want to do this or I want to cook. I want to be a digital marketer. But it's like saying I'm only doing side hustle videos means I'm only going to make this one recipe, even though I don't like making it. Yep. Other people had success with this one recipe. Everybody loved to eat it, but I hate making it.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep making it over and over and over, but I freaking hate it.
Yep.
What do you love to make in the kitchen instead? Yep.
That energy
enjoy it more.
Yep.
And someone else, yes, that recipe does wonders for them. And they're going to keep making that recipe because they love it. They enjoy it and their audience enjoys it. And because they're passionate about it. So it comes across. But if you don't love that recipe, find a different recipe.
Yeah, exactly. That is so true.
Right?
That is so true.
So I hope everyone really takes that because I know there's been a lot of you can only do side hustle videos. It's not true.
Yep.
You can do so much. And I invite you, everyone at Legendary invites you to think outside the box.
Get creative.
Try new things. Get creative. And it's scary to get creative.
Mm-hmm.
But I really want to challenge you to do it and try it and see how you feel about it.
So true. So true.
Definitely.
I'll say one more thing too before we go is that I think it's really important wherever you are in your journey, because we all do this. Don't compare your first chapter of something to someone else's 20th chapter. Yeah. It's so easy to get into the comparison game of someone else's success and this video on someone else's account doing well and why doesn't mine? Try not to let yourself even go down that road because it puts us into a paralysis. And then, we're constantly feeling like we're not good enough and something's wrong with us. And that's not the case. You just haven't found, your ideal, you're still building your ideal audience. You haven't found them yet, but you will. So just as hard as it is, we all do it. I do it. Just try not to compare yourself. Just be the best you.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. We know it's hard.
But it's so hard. It's like
so hard.
I don't let myself scroll for that reason. I have, I have certain accounts that I'll go and look at for inspiration. I have friends that I have labeled in favorites that I can see their feed, but like I really try not to just let myself aimlessly scroll, because I start feeling like, oh gosh, why did this do well and why didn't mine? And wow, this video got 1,000 likes and mine only got 100 likes. And it just is like torture. Don't do that to yourself.
Yeah, totally. Totally, man.
Not that anyone asked for that, but I know from me feeling that way, I'm trying to prevent everyone watching from feeling like that.
Most of us are busy. Most of us have 9-to-5s, kids, lots of things happening. We're caregivers.
Yeah.
If you only have an hour a day or 2 hours or 30 minutes or 20 minutes, where do you want to put your focus? Comparing to someone else and having a pity party?
Aimlessly scrolling. Yeah.
For 90% of that time, and then only 10% on your business, but now you're in the mindset of comparing to others and then having a pity party, or fully focusing and going all in with your own mindset, your own content, your own progress, and not letting those other people that are in a different time, space in their journey than you suck your own motivation out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
So this has been a fantastic interview. You have to come back, meet Dave, all that good stuff. I want updates.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And I love that you're using what you've learned across multiple niches, a variety of social media channels.
It's been so helpful.
It works no matter what you're doing online. Find what you're passionate about, find what you're excited about, find what doesn't feel like work, and go after that and share it with the world, right?
You are so right. Exactly. The more you love it, the more it won't feel like work.
Yep, definitely.
You'll be excited to show up every day.
All right. Thanks, Ashley. And we will hopefully talk soon. Take care.
Yeah, thanks so much, Joanne. Have a great day.
You too. All right, everyone, please go follow Ashley on Instagram at Make Money with Ash. And the money has 2 Y's and the Ash has 2 H's. So Make Money, another Y, with Ash, another H. It's all connected, no spaces, no hyphens, all of that good stuff. What a fantastic interview. If you missed any of this and you need help with ideas of content, getting started, or getting started again, this is the interview for you. Go back, listen to Ashley, all of the nuggets that were shared today. As always, be legendary, everyone. And we are back again tomorrow with another fantastic guest and interview. Peace.